This is lesson 1-3 from the Algebra Readiness textbook. To begin, you will need your notes and a sharpened pencil. Press pause to gather your supplies and work the review problems shown. Then continue. All right, so to do these review problems, we're going to draw a line right here, and we're going to write given next to the problem because that part is given to us. Using the order of operations, PEMDAS, parentheses done first, then exponents, then multiplication or division from left to right, then addition and subtraction from left to right, we're going to solve this problem. I see that my first step is to multiply. 22 minus, I'm going to rename 6 times 2 as 12 and keep everything else the same. I'm going to write what operation I did to the right. Next, I see that I should divide. 22 minus 12 divided by 4 can be renamed as 3, and everything else stays exactly the same thing, or the same. The next step is to add or subtract whatever one comes first. Well, I see that subtraction comes first, and so I know that this is 19 plus 19, so I subtracted. And 19 plus 19 is 38, and I got there by adding. All right, the next problem. Describe the steps in the order of operation that you would follow in simplifying this expression. It looks to me, let's rewrite this. 4 times 3 plus 4 minus 15 divided by 5 plus 3 minus 2. This is the problem that's given to us. It's quite lengthy, isn't it? The first thing I need to do is the parentheses. So I'm going to go along. I actually have 2 sets of parentheses, so I'm going to solve those at the same time. 4 times 7 minus 15 divided by 5 plus 3 minus 2 is 1. So I solved the parentheses. The next thing I need to do is any exponents, which I don't have any, and so now I'm left with multiplication or division from left to right. I see that I have multiplication right here. So 28 minus 15 divided by 5 plus 1. Then I'm going to divide. 28 minus 3 plus 1. Then I'm going to subtract, because subtraction happens before addition in the problem. 25 plus 1, I write subtraction over here, and I get 26 as my answer. And I got that by adding. So you can see my steps are on the right in words, and my math is on the left. The lesson target for today is to be able to evaluate expressions. If at the end of this lesson video you cannot meet this learning target, please get help with how to learn the lesson. Meaning, you could rewatch the video, you could come to a Google Meet with me, or you could shoot me an email or ask a classmate or a friend. The first vocabulary word we need to talk about is the word evaluate. Evaluate means to find the value of an expression. So how will we do this? Step 1, replace each variable with a number. Step 2, use the order of operations to solve. Pause the video here if you need more time to write these down. Let's do an example. Let's evaluate this expression, 4y minus 15 for y equals 9. That means I'm going to swap out or substitute the y in for 9. So I am going to write 4 times 9 minus 15. Then I simply solve using the order of operations. 4 times 9 is 36, and then I take 36 minus 15, and I get 21. I have just evaluated that expression for the time that y equals 9. All right, here are a couple more problems. Try these with me. Evaluate the expression 63 minus 5x for x equals 7. So I'm going to substitute the 7 in for x. We're just swapping it out. Now, 5x means 5 times x. So I'm going to take 5 times 7. The first step using the order of operations is to multiply 63 minus 35. Then I need to do 63 minus 35. Now, if you're somebody who doesn't know that number in their head, let's review how to subtract. 3 minus 5, we can't do it, so you borrow. 13 minus 5 is 8. 5 minus 3 is 2, so my number is 28. Question B. This time I need to substitute t equals 8 in for t. So let's rewrite the problem. 8 plus 3 plus 1. Now, using the order of operations, I know that I need to use parentheses first. 4 times 11 plus 1. The next step is to multiply before I add. 44 plus 1, and then I get the answer of 45. All right, sometimes expressions have more than one variable. In that case, you have to swap out every one of the letters and replace it with the correct number. So do this one with me. When I see 3AB, that means 3 times the number A times the number B. So I am going to replace that with a 2 and a 5. So 3 times 2 times 5 plus, now I'm going to replace the C with a 10. And now I'm ready to begin solving or evaluating. In order to evaluate, the very first thing I need to do is multiply. So 3 times 2 is 6. It looks like I'm not done multiplying yet. 6 times 5 is 30. Then I divide, so I need to do this next. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Then I need to add. 30 plus 5 is 35. All right. I'd like you to try the next 3 problems on your own. Pause the video and come on back to compare what you got with what I get. All right, so take a look at letter A. You should have rewritten the problem as 6 times 8 plus 7. You simplify the parentheses to 15 and you get 90. Letter B. You should have rewritten the problem as 2 times 4 times 3 minus 1. Then you simplify it down to 8 times 3 minus 1, then 24 minus 1, and your final answer is 23. The last problem is 13 plus 11, all divided by 2. Well, that fraction bar is a grouping symbol, so I know that I need to solve the numerator even before I divide, because a grouping symbol happens before division. So 13 plus 11, I would add that first and get 24. Now I take 24 divided by 2, and I get 12. All right, at Nike.com, you can buy a t-shirt for $14. Shipping costs $6 per order. Write a variable expression for the cost of ordering t-shirts. So I'm going to use the variable t to represent the number of t-shirts. This is called defining my variable. Now, if every t-shirt is $14, I can write 14 times T to represent the cost of the t-shirts. But I also need to pay shipping, plus $6. So the expression 14T plus 6 represents my total cost. Part B, find the cost of ordering 8 t-shirts. That means that I need to substitute the number 8 in for T and solve. 14 times 8 plus 6. I'm going to do a side problem over here, 14 times 8, and you get 112. Another way you could have done it was to take 8 times 10 plus 8 times 4, and you would have gotten 112 either way. Then we're going to add the $6 shipping, and my total cost is going to be $118. Try this one on your own. Pause the video now. All right, let's work through this one together. Mr. Kelly pays $29 for each pack of protein bars. Write a variable expression for the cost of P packs. Well, he pays $29 for one pack, so for every single pack it's $29 or 29 times P. If he buys 5 packs, I'm going to substitute 5 in for P and solve. 29 times 5. So I could just, in my head, think 29 is the same as 20 plus 9, and so I could take 5 times 20 and get 100, and then 5 times 9 and get 45, so I would end up with 145. Try this next one. Pause the video and come back as soon as you have finished your attempt. Protein bars come in packs of 24. If Mr. Kelly wants to order B bars, what variable expression would he use to find the number of packs? Well, I would take the total number of bars he wants and divide it by 24 to figure out how many packs that would be. So what is the numerical expression that he needs if he wants to buy 120 bars? Well, 120 divided by 24. We can solve that, and I'm going to demonstrate some long division because some of you have a hard time with this. So as a reminder, here's how you do long division. 24, does it go into 1? No. Does 24 go into 12? No. Does 24 go into 120? Sure it does. So we might have to do a side problem. Does it go in 5 times? It does. It goes in exactly 5 times. And so I get 120, and that means that it is 5 packs. Make sure you label all of your word problems. All right, this is a review question from a previous one, or from our previous work with order of operations. We're going to give this one a try because it's important to keep this fresh. Remember that when you're doing these, that you want to make sure to write down the steps that you're using to solve in words on the right-hand side. Now, I see some parentheses, so that would be my first step. 15 minus 3 is 12. So I'm going to write parentheses on the right. My next step is to divide. So I'm going to rewrite 12 divided by 4 as 3. My next step is to multiply. So I will rename 3 times 2 to be 6. And then I need to add or subtract the order it occurs in the problem. So I will subtract first because it occurs first. And then I will add. And my answer is 6. All right, so now that is the end of our lesson on evaluating expressions. See what you can do on your own on the following assignment. Page 16, 6 through 30, evens.